Alright, hello everybody, welcome to a Company Heroes 2 Shoutcast on... I swear I hit the play button. Okay, there we go. A Company Heroes 2 Shoutcast on the map Langaskaya. That's Relic's attempt to Russianize Langra from the original game. Or maybe that was the map maker's attempt. I actually don't know. We've got a German player, Webster.b, versus Civilly Disobedient, who you may recall from one of my previous things. And a Kubelwagen is out! Everybody loves these Kubelwagens these days. I must say that I partially understand it and I partially don't. They're hard to use. I mean, you know, you can't slack off with a Kubelwagen. You blink and you miss it and they die, and the Sturm Pioneers decide not to pick a fight with these people even though they're not in cover right now, because they'd rather go straight for the munitions. But now they're going to get shot anyways, and no, don't put up the wire. Oh, good cancel right there. Interesting to see a retreat right there by Civilly Disobedient. 2, Civilly Disobedient realizes that the Sturm Pioneers are just not going to get any capping done right there. It's going to be really tough to get any damage done just running up to this building, and you'll probably take a lot of damage if you want to do the damage. And so maybe you can like soft retreat back and take some damage as you soft retreat, but better just to head back to base, start anew, lose a few seconds, but not much else. These folks are probably ill-advised to run straight up to enemies in green cover and try and kill them, especially when the enemies are British. But maybe the idea is just to inflict a bit of damage on these guys so that when the Sturm Pioneers come out of base and get in a fight with them, they'll instantly win the fight, and that'll push them off anyways. And so you've sort of traded a Focus Grenadier here pushed off with some losses versus a British squad here pushed off with some losses, and that's a good trade for the Germans to take because we're right outside the German base. Getting pushed off only loses you a few seconds as the Germans, getting pushed off loses you many seconds to the British, and of course trading Volksreiter models for British infantry models, not a bad idea. Kubelwagen just being used to cap all around the map, so I guess it's a pretty cheap little capping machine. Can definitely understand that. What does this thing cost? 230. But you do have to upgrade something first. Man, Relic's really fucking around with like what you have to tech to buy a thing. They're making it, or they made it so that you have to upgrade medics to get some bullshit. I can't remember, just weird shit. But we got a Bren carrier, so that's great. Cheeky buggers. Now we can see the camouflage. Can't say I'm a huge fan. I like the idea. I like the motif. The execution leaves some to be desired. The Sturm Pioneers this time really just taking it in the face and sort of a reversal of what they were doing originally, which was backing off at the first sign of danger. Maybe the idea being we wanted to distract the opponent for as long as possible to get something happening here. It's really interesting to see this Kubelwagen go around for the cutoff. I totally expected the Kubelwagen to try and kill this machine gun. The Vickers would be made short work of, but instead... Oh, wow, look at this. A duel for the center... Oh, backing off. This could get ugly for the Kubu if this chases, so these infantry know that it could get ugly, so they're coming up to make it ugly, or to make it not ugly, and then the Bren knows that it could get ugly. Good stuff. Keating Zero says, these guys sitting in the Bren look bored as fuck.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
That's true. By the way, I'm streaming this live on Twitch for people watching on YouTube, so if you ever want to join us on Twitch and hang out, it's twitch.tv/TychoCelchuuu. Come on in, follow my channel, do some stuff. So that's the end of the Bren. Oh no, but it got the Kubelwagen. Nobody expected that. And it's maybe not even the end of the Bren. Can you just pop the repairs thing? Requires suppressing fire not active. How ironic that you've suppressed the fire. But, also ironic that suppressing fire will not suppress the fire if the Bren is on fire. But that was just amazing for the British, getting that Bren out of there. That's just what happens when none of your infantry are around. But here's some infantry around. No, they managed to fucking suppress with the Vickers and the Bren on top. And this is all falling apart for the Germans. Things are looking bad all of a sudden. Some nice damage from these Sturm Pioneers and on these guys. That might be good. They're retreating over. Yes, buys himself a squad. So that is actually not bad at all. That's actually a trade I'd make any day. A Kubelwagen for a German, or for a UK squad. Obviously, it was hard to plan like that. I don't think it was planned like that, but the trade turned out to favor the Germans. So we're good. We're good. Everybody's happy. We're in equilibrium. Here's this place. I swear I heard some music just now. So these are medics. It's really nice to be able to bring some medical supplies to your vicars out here on the cutoff, and we also have a pretty much a stalemate in terms of captured territory on the map. Like the mini-map things are right down the middle. British doing a bit better, and it's going to be a tough nut to crack for the next couple minutes for the Germans, just because this vicars is the sort of thing that's very tough to dislodge unless you're able to flank, and of course with both players a little low on infantry, on units, really, and with some of the German manpower poured into the Rakettenwerfer, which frankly not very helpful versus the vicars, that just gives you fewer options in terms of setting up a flank. And so notice when these people get suppressed, if they do get suppressed, German makes it out. That was a really nice, not getting suppressed, that's a really nice refacing on this part, but it's probably not going to work because they're just going to circle straight forever. The question is, can the Bren get enough damage in on these infantry to force them off? No, look, they're forcing off the British squad, and so now this thing can move up unopposed pretty much. The Vicars is really trying to hold down the fort, and I think that's a good choice because it is able to push off these guys. The British player realized, look, I can keep trying to circle strafe with the Vicars, but it's not going to happen. Let me just do some damage with the Vicars before I'm inevitably forced out. Now we are inevitably forced out. I'm surprised he waited that long for the incendiary grenade. I would have tossed that immediately to try and get the jump on the Bren, but I suppose the plan was get as much done with as little tools as possible, and if it looked like you were going to catch the Bren, then throw the incendiary grenade. But if you're not going to catch the Bren, you obviously don't want to waste the munitions on the incendiary grenade just to cause them to hop out of the house and then hop right back in as soon as things are safe. But we have an armored car out, and it looks like it's beating the Puma by a substantial amount of time, and so the German player, unless they can really get that Rakettenwerfer... Someone just said squiffy gut. I gotta fucking click on these German people until it switches over to that view, because I can't stand the fucking British announcer. Because he's loud. Not because I don't like anything about him. It's because he's loud. Loud and proud. Yeah, so I'm just surprised to see this Rakettenwerfer being used for capping here. Number one, it exposes it to the enemy's sight. They know exactly where it is, so they can feel much safer using these vehicles. And number two, even if they didn't feel safe using the vehicles, they are in fact safe using the vehicles. That means you can't really use this to fight the vehicles. So that's a tough thing, but the German player in it for the long haul, I suppose, has lost the fuel over here on the left, so thinks maybe got to get back on the right. This could get ugly. I don't know what the Rakettenwerfer was thinking, but I guess now it's thinking I should have made a will before I left home today. Here's the Puma. I suppose maybe the Rakettenwerfer was thinking, I just gotta hold out till the Puma shows up. That'll be good, but it turns out the armored car, ooh, that was a bad miss for the armored car, and then the Puma hits it, so that could be the RNG that the German needs, and it is in fact the RNG the German needs. Just one more shot from this thing, out of control. If it gets another shot, oh, that's really unfortunate. The RNG back swings in the British favor, and the small arms fire from the Vicars able to finish off the Puma. Wow, one of those simultaneous trades that we love so much. And the Puma, man, really flaming out right there. Whoosh. I like the camo, very understated. It looks like it's been dipped in white chocolate, sort of. So, just wanna eat this thing right up. Just wanna chow down on a Puma, not a real life Puma. Don't want to eat real life Pumas. I don't know if they're endangered or not, but I don't want to eat a cat. Don't like eating animals. Ted Bear Ted says, I wonder what Will would look like. What that Will would look like. Well, I forget what I was talking about, so I can't tell you. Wow, a German player really doesn't have anything. Like, what the fuck happened? It's all dead. I mean... Oh, the Rakettenwerfer got stolen. That's what explains it. See, there's 4 things over here and 3 things over here. Or 5 things. Oh god, now there's another shit ton of this. Where's the glider? I want to fucking watch this thing circles right before it comes down. I just love watching them land. Oof, we can almost see it. Yeah, there we go. That's the glider. That's the glider. Come on. Give daddy his views of the mirror. That's a nice bang gun. No, shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Pilot's drunk. Poof. Oh god. Oh, ooh. Stuck the landing. Totally intentional. Totally intentional. Didn't even want that tree there in the first place. Sturm Tiger to get off a Tycho Filthy Cat Eater confirmed. No, false. I don't even eat white chocolate, come to think of it. I don't like white chocolate. White chocolate, not even chocolate. It's a lie. Actually, maybe it is. I don't know anything. RNG. RNG, guys. That thing missed. STG rifle package complete. And, yeah, I don't know. So obviously we've picked a doctrine here. We got this sweet-ass logistics glider. These people here, too little, too late. What you really needed was the Shrek inside the building. Building a perfect place for a Shrek. You never have to worry about your unit sort of dancing around and refusing to fire. Can't dance in a building. Humans discovered long ago that buildings were inimical to dancing. And really the question is just what does the German do next after checking up to this stuff? What's going to come out of these tiers? Do we get another Puma? Puma is still not really a bad choice, I think, at this stage of the game. Oh, God almighty! Gamma Bomb doesn't fuck around. Ooh. Yeah, so now things looking even more dire for the Germans. We got some medic people being built. Medic automatically heals nearby, can only hear. I don't know how those work. Do they have guns? This is how little... I do own the British now, but I play this game so rarely that I never really play the British. And I don't even know if I have Vanguard Operations regiments. So, here's the medics. They're out. They have guns. They don't look very... Oh, they have pistols. Classic medic pistol. Colt 1911. Beautiful. So yeah, the question is, what is the German Tech 2 now? The answer, infantry support gun. Everybody loves these things. One of my previous matches, someone was like, German really needed these things. It's like, okay, you know, you can shoot people with them. They're not bad, but, and they're cheap too, right? 330 manpower and no fuel, so it's not like a huge detour to Tech 2 them or something, but I don't know. I don't know. There's other stuff you could be spending your cash on. Mortars are ready to create. Shut the fuck up. Give me some German people for once in my goddamn life. Click, 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 click. Sorry, but we're being bloody shot at. Oh, so the Bren did eat a Shrek. Is it gonna eat one more Shrek? You know you can fire. Yep, that was a really strange choice by the British player. This thing is good at one thing, and it's killing vehicles. And you just drive your only vehicle straight up into it. Very interesting. Oh, again, this is one of the top auto match games, which you probably know because it's got Civil Disobedient, who was in one of my previous games, and that previous game was a high-ranked game too. But yes, both these players very high-ranked. Auto match. And the infantry support gun up and running and firing. No kills yet, although it does have some vet from Forces Unknown. Maybe wing somebody. I didn't think you got money, or yeah, you do get vet for causing damage, I guess. Because that's how AT guns and stuff rack up vet. Yeah. But nothing special yet. And we have commandos coming out too. And so 94 fuel banked from the German player. More than enough to build a Puma. So it looks like we're probably not going to see a Puma. But if we're not going to see a Puma, then what are we going to see? Hard to know. But this is a nice infantry push here. I mean, all told, the British does not have a ton to hold back the tides of the German infantry, especially if they can get a flank going on this Vickers. These three guys are really far forward, by the way. I just want to mention that. They strike me as out of position. This is a nice shack to assault as Sturm Pioneers, because there's just the one window over here, so you're going to be taking very little damage, so you can get in point blank and wreck some faces with your assault rifles. Oh god, the infantry support gun firing on the left. Like I said, the German player not in a bad position to assault with infantry. It looks like somehow got an MG34, which I never even noticed, set up in the middle. Pushes off the AT gun as if that mattered. There's no Puma here yet. These people pushed out the shack with one person left. Are we going to see some focus firing on here? I think actually... Oh, that's a tough decision. Would you focus fire on that squad as it retreats, try and get a squad wipe, but get yourself potentially killed by commandos? Or do you shoot the commandos as they come up, push them off, but give up the chance to kill that thing? The answer, of course, is both No, it's not actually both. So the answer turned to have been shoot the commandos. Not a bad... Oh, did he kill the squad? Jesus, he killed the squad anyways. He got the best of both. He killed the fucking commandos too. What the fuck is going on? Ooh, boy. So that's a bad retreat point is the lesson here. You just turn off this. It saves you 2 seconds and gets you just destroyed by Germans. Terrible, terrible, terrible damage. So we have a that big, is it Pog Champ? I can't remember the emote. It's the guy going like, holy shit, in the Twitch chat, because that was indeed holy shit. I was saying the German player had the tools to kill these infantry, and the German player fucking used them. Those Volkskrieger squads, you don't mess around. Oh no, infantry support gun has overextended to bombard this retreat point, which is way too far forward. And the fucking gliders at half health too, by the way. These guys have such ineffectual sounding guns. What are their Stens? That makes sense. The Sten is basically like somebody's toolbox full of extra shit turned into a gun. It's like, let's just take a fucking toilet pipe and turn it into a gun. I never liked the Sten in Day Defeat, which is, I think, the only game where I've ever... I guess I used it in Call of Duty single-player games. Didn't really give a shit there either. Ted Bear Ted using some emote. I can't tell what the fuck that is. Looks like some weird alien cat ghost that says N something P. Probably... I have no idea what it is. So if only you could see Twitch chat overlaid for the people who are on YouTube. So yeah, German right back in this game with some good squad wipes. I was talking about how earlier it seemed like the German had nothing. Now it's like the British have basically nothing. British have way more banked, floating almost 1,000 manpower, presumably saving up for fucking Crocodile or whatever at 13 CPs or something. That's far too far away, actually. I don't know. I guess the mortar. There we go. It's a mortar emplacement. I wouldn't do that because your opponent has a little dinky thingy. And this is a good map for the dinky thingy to pick away at your mortar emplacement. But we'll have to see how it works. I'm actually not. I'm not sure if it's even going to get up. This machine gun can't see it yet. I want to switch to the Germans. Let me switch. Is there some fucking way to do that? I swear to God there's a button somewhere. Oh God. I just want to always be Germans. Where's... There isn't a button, I don't think, to switch to Germans. I just gotta somehow click on shit and hope it works. Ugh. Oh. Nope. Okay, so yeah, we still have the infantry support gun raining down death. The mortar's gonna return fire, or is it gonna... It's probably gonna nail the machine gun. I don't know what it is. It's actually shooting... That's a weird choice. I would really be nailing the machine gun. This is clearly priority number 1, if you ask me. This thing can just move, and it's gonna be a little time before you know... Oh no, he's revealed that the Reckenwerfers are staring each other down. This thing's fucking shooting the mortar emplacement. Is it gonna brace? Brace for impact? Is it gonna Star Trek brace for impact? Anti-aircraft tank ready and waiting. Whew. Here comes the Centaur. Are these things still crazy? They used to be crazy. Does anyone remember? I remember I was fucking playing when the British forces came out. My opponent built one of these things and I just lost. Like, I literally just immediately lost. It just drove and killed everything and I lost. So I'm bitter. Ted Bear Ted says it says rip dearie. I don't think it says that. I think it says rip is probably what it says. It doesn't say rip dearie. There's not enough space. For dearie. So now the question is this tank still the thing that it was when it came out? Because if it is, might as well call a GG right here. And it looks like... Still don't know. But that guy did not get the memo. Need to retreat, bro. Need to retreat, bro. Whoop. Well, they're still alive, so it's not what it was originally. Swear to God, originally, every time it fired a burst, everyone would die. It was like the original armored car in Company Heroes Opposing Friends. Anyone remember that shit? No, everyone blocked it from their memory. So the German player has now captured basically all of the map. This is a nice machine gun setup right here. It's going to be really tough for the Centaur to go kill this thing because there's probably a Kettenwerfer waiting in the wings. It turns out there's 2. And it's obviously out of range of the mortar too, so that's pretty good. Centaur being used, I think, to good effect. You do want to send it to the edges. That's where it's going to be safest, and you can really kill some infantry and get them on the retreat. Didn't actually go for them on the retreat. And there's a squad up here. Maybe it'll go for them. Let's see if it chases them when they go. Let's watch on the mini-map. whether it chases them.
Capture
Let's
point.
watch right
They're
now.
trying to take it.
Yep, it looks like nope. Yes, yes. Do we have a chase? We don't have a chase. It's peeling off. That's disappointing to see. I think you really could have gotten some kills there, but instead,
Threatening a capture
the
point.
Centaur is moving where it's. You can be pretty confident there's going to be some AT guns here. If the British player didn't see it right now, you can at least suspect. EP Gaming 55 says, called for the British, all in with Tycho coins. I gotta set up these fucking Tycho coins, guys. I might just do that after this cast. You probably have to, like, pay money to some company or something. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably too much shit to set up, given that I don't have any prizes yet. But someday there will be Tycho coins. CoH2 coins, pigeon script. For Twitch. Nothing for YouTube. Oh, somebody suggested on one of my older videos how to stream simultaneously to YouTube and Twitch. So I was like, sweet, I'll do that. Then someone else says Twitch will ban you for that. And then the original person was like, no, they won't. And then the other person was like, yes, they will. So I'm not doing it. I just want to be safe and not get banned from anything. I don't think I've ever been banned from anything, except every once in a while they banned me from like a Counter-Strike server or Red Orchestra server or something because they thought I was hacking. That was back when I was good at video games. I'm not bad at video games. Real-time strategy games I'm actually pretty bad at. But still pretty good at first-person shooters. But I used to be really good at first-person shooters, so I would get banned sometimes for hacking. But I wasn't hacking. I don't even know how to hack. What is a hack? How is hack formed? Wow, talking about firing at max range, I guess it's just pinning him down. For the infantry support gun, which has 4 kills. So this thing is for sure not the death machine that it was when it was first released. So that's good. But the German player still fucking petrified, running the hell away. I'm just surprised that AT gun is still there. This one, I think, yeah, did have to retreat. But we're going to get a good overlapping field of... Oh, no, did it just get revealed? Yeah, this guy's at least revealed. Didn't get the fucking memo. Oh, that actually was a clever ruse. A clever ruse to lure in the air landing officer, who still got a grenade off, and so that was actually very painful. And now the entire defensive line is going to collapse if this doesn't get some good hits in. It's going to drive out of the arc pretty soon. Are you going to fire? Are you going to fire? Yes, sir. Oh, you hate to see that. EP Gaming says, could you stream Red Orchestra? I'm not sure if anyone still plays the original. Actually, people do play Darkest Hour. I wasn't a huge fan of Red Orchestra 2. It wasn't bad, but it was good. Wasn't as great. Keating Zero, Tycho confirmed 2 good at games for his own good. Yes. Ted Bear Ted says that would be pretty cool. EP Gaming says I'd play with him, so I don't know. I do kind of want to play Darkest Hour one of these days, because they just kept updating that shit, like, constantly.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
Oh no.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
German player forgot about the Volksgrenadier squad. Yeah, I hate to see that, guys. There's so much stuff going on, and we have an airplane coming in. What is this airplane? What is this airplane? You hate to see somebody forget about a squad. Ooh, could get a Vet 3 machine gun on the retreat. Oh, that was totally good. Take that shit.
MG crew has been lost to enemy
Ooh,
action.
that's your ticket back into this game after forgetting about your focus area squad. You weren't out of the game. I didn't want to suggest. Jesus, why are they fucking floating all this shit? What's going on? Oh, I'm so sad. People seem to float a lot. This dude hasn't even picked a doctrine. Don't float this much. Oh, I feel sad. I swear to God, these people are good. Or at least they're as good as the auto match system had going games when I started this thing. Because they were fucking top ranked players. I swear to God. I swear to fucking Christ. So there's the Centaur we know and love. I don't know it or love it, but it killed everybody. These guys were playing a dangerous game in that building, but the infantry support gun, I guess, you know, wasn't firing at them. They just somehow intuited that. Twitch chat says, Storm Tiger Gaddafi, can you confirm or deny speculations you were to offer the CoH2 Fog of War hack? I can deny it. EP Gaming says RO2. Well, I don't know, maybe. Oh, here's the thing. Strafing support. This could get ugly. Oh, whoa, 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 Jesus. That actually, I think, was a grenade. Yeah, that was the Gammon bomb. And also, it doesn't really matter because it's the infantry support gun, so you can just recruit it. It's not a huge deal. Are they going to take it? Don't tell me they don't. I guess it's the airborne officer. So it's not like an important squad. That's an interesting choice. I told you this mortar pit was a bad idea. It's got 3 kills. Jesus. How often are these things going to strafe? It's just, it never ends. God. God damn. Ted Bear Ted says people float a lot because we're like 80% water. Duh. This person, I think, is 80% manpower and 20% fuel and 60% munitions. Jesus, look at all that float. My theory is that civilly disobedient died earlier. Just straight up rest in peace, and so hasn't been able to spend any resources since then. That's my theory. Vet 4 on these Foxholders with 10 kills.
Trained and ready to go.
Infantry squad, trained and ready to go. So we're still building these, huh? We're 25 minutes into the game and you're still building this fucking Tin Pan Alley motherfuckers. With their suspenders and their moderately sized dicks, I assume. How many times has this changed hands? I feel like maybe one, but maybe two. This could get... Oh, that was dead. This is a Vickers. Okay, here's a trench. I don't know if I'd do this when your opponent still has 2 Foxhooter squads, just because they've got the flame grenades, and that's just asking for it. I don't know if I'd cap with 2 Foxhooter squads. Civilly Disobedient has definitely had a stroke or something, is what's going on here. Oh, well, we're in the trench, and the Foxhooters are not close enough to do anything yet, but they're coming over here, so let's start the... I gotta play this in borderless windowed mode so that I can easily alt-tab over to open broadcasting software and put a timer on the screen. The time ticked down to incendiary grenade. Oh, they got out. I want to see them incendiary grenaded. The folks were were certainly coming to do that. I guarantee you they were totally going to chuck a flame grenade in there if those people had sprayed. No surprise, it's the centaur. Here it comes. There's a Rekentenwerfer, but... Oh, there's 2! And 2 Rekentenwerfers, but now there's 1. And then there was 1. This could get really bad for the Germans. I think we're going to see Fausts. Ooh, building a 6-pounder is an interesting choice. I guess it is good because there's a King Tiger. But that's an interesting choice because if that gets stolen, that's pretty much curtains for your Centaurs. Nice shot from their Kettenwerfer, making up for that one time it hit the hill when it fired its first shot. So these are both at half health. This one actually lower than half, which is bad news considering the King Tiger has just shown up. Sturmkaiser says moderately sized dicks, makes one of those weird Twitch emotes that I can't explain. Ted Bear Ted says it's more than 100%, and Metz explains it. Yes, floating a lot, that was clearly more than 100%. Now the mortar's pit's finally gonna get its chance to shine. It's like, sweet Jesus, somebody's within range of... Oh, they're running away. Oh, thank God, there's somebody else. Quick, reposition the mortar. Turn it to the left, laboriously. We're actually getting shot at by the people right now. Wow, this is ballsy. That guy eats almost direct hit from this thing. I like how they've got like triple Shrek. No, that's just 2 Shreks. But anyways, that guy dies, and then his Shrek teleports to the other guy's hands, but he still drops it. So, here's the base race. Or not the base race, the base rush. The 6-pounder not fucking around. So it's interesting that he shot the Comet. Where did all the debris come from? What made it move is what I mean. It's interesting that he shot at the Whoa! Maybe it came from the glider. That thing, when it goes big. Yeesh. Fucking North Korean state funeral for the glider right there. Yeah, so it's interesting the King Tiger went for the Centaur, which poses no threat to it, rather than the 6-pounder. I guess the thought there was, look, I'm not going to stick around here forever. If I kill the 6-pounder, it's just going to get immediately recruited. Why not kill this thing, do some damage to it, or at least do enough damage to it that it gets pushed off for a while. But honestly, the damage to that thing is going to get repaired too. If anything, the 6-pounder is more expensive to replace because you got to recruit it with infantry, or even if you don't have to recruit it, you got to reinforce it. And if you kill the 6-pounder, that does give your King Tiger carte blanche to stick around for a while. So I'm not sure about that choice to shoot at the Centaur. Maybe the idea was kill the Centaur and then the infantry support can come in here and do it. Honestly, that wasn't going to happen. Remember, there's 2 Centaurs, so the King Tiger, questionable target priority there. Or maybe it was given a move order and it had the focus vehicle command going on, something like that. Anyways, Keating0 says, it'd be cool if there were stats shown when you click on a strat point, like times decapped or cumulative times each side. You know what would be cool? If this game had all those things. If this game were any good from a spectator's point of view. Do you know how long it fucking took them to add this UI so that you can see 2 people's resources at once? That was years, my friend. Years. Ooh, this could get painful if these Shells start landing. These centaurs are being much braver than I would expect when there's a full health KT out on the field. The KT, I guess, was not at full health for a while, but it clearly is now, and it's got it in for the trench. Hates the trench. Double AT gun. No, one AT gun. Love this huge fucking chunk of glider. Yeah, just jam that KT in there. Just fucking shove it in and wiggle it around, because the window of opportunity for using this thing is narrowing every moment. Every moment the British player knows you've got it is another moment they can churn out their 6-pounders. This is a sneaky peeky Raketenwerfer. Fucks it all up, but still, that was cool. Let's see. Nothing new in Twitch chat to talk about, so that's good. Although we are up to 11 viewers, which, that's one more than 10. Oh, rest in peace. So, I'm so sad to see this King Tiger literally not doing anything. It's got 0 kills, and it's just spending all its time getting repaired, like, to 100%. Earlier we had the white chocolate Puma. This is for sure the milk chocolate King Tiger with the little white chocolate sort of edges, or you know, you get those chocolates in like a box. They're fancy, and they've got the oh, now we're down to 9 viewers. Shouldn't have mentioned the number. Okay, so here's the King Tiger. Finally, it's gonna do something. Is it? I don't know. Is there a Raketenwerfer in here? No. There's nothing in there soon because it's gonna fucking kill him. So we have high explosive anti-tank shells pop, so that should help versus these things. There is still this. Don't chicken out. Come on, you're a King fucking Tiger. If any tank can shoot that thing, it's you. God, what the hell? Squad knocked out. I don't even know what's happening. This thing. Oh wait, there's a comment. When did that show up? That's a weird thing. The Raketenwerfer unable to damage it, surprisingly. Just hasn't gotten enough shots in. Decides to just retreat. German player now has dicked around so long that the Raketenwerfer is able to move up, and that plus the Comet plus the 6-pounder could fucking just... Oh, well, now it's not the Raketenwerfer pitching in. It could still fucking own the KT, but it's... oh, man, the Comet doesn't fuck around. So this is what happens. You dick around with the KT for like 20 minutes instead of killing anything, and the KT gets effectively nothing done. It decrewed a Raketenwerfer is what it did, and nothing else. It has 4 kills. That one, but 4 kills. Ooh, and a guy on top. But which is just not good. Like we're getting into the British player has now starting to get a handle on this and potentially claw their way back in. I like this wire. This is some cool wire by the I'm gonna say British because I think the German wire looks more substantial. So whoop, there's the end. Geeting Zero says, lol, to be fair, Tycho, watching the beer count is like checking the temperature outside every minute to see if global warming is real. Yeah. And global warming is obviously real because it's fucking hot outside in the desert. So, what do you expect? Alright, well, King Tiger now has another 20 minutes of repairs going. It's got some weird patterns of paint on these, like, armor plate things. Some fucking overlapping emblems, and it's just a mess. Oh, are they gonna steal? What is this? Steal the MG34? No, they're not, because there's a Vickers. Has the Vickers changed hands, or there's the other Vickers somewhere? I think this is the other Vickers. Looks like a Vickers. Yep, that's a Vickers. When in doubt, it's a Vickers. How many more shells do you think these Royal Engineers can take before they die? Are they gonna take any more shells? Looks like they're moving fast enough. Ooh, wow, King Tiger being sent in to battle again. Is it gonna happen? The Firefly is here. I don't know. I think your window really closed with this thing. You had a King Tiger out when your opponent had, I think, literally no AT aside from their Raketenwerfer. They might have also had the 6-pounder, but I think it was just the Raketenwerfer. I mean, either way, your King Tiger was the fucking king of the field, and now your King Tiger is, at best, the little prince of the field. Not even the prince, just the little prince. The little prince, very diminutive sort of prince. And we even got the tulip rockets fucking nailing that thing. The Firefly has little to fear. I mean, it has plenty to fear, but it feels like it has little to fear. And in fact, that's working out really well. The Raketenwerfer repositioning at a really inopportune time, opened up by the comment. The British player is doing an excellent job utilizing all of his things. Notice how the Comet got down to a tiny amount of health and left. The Firefly got down to a tiny amount of health and left. The Centaur knew that it wasn't the #1 target, so it stuck around the whole time, soaking up some shots from the Raketenwerfer, and then being able to open up on the Raketenwerfer when it was time. And so that was just excellently played by the British. But the question is, who's going to get repaired first? Because if the German player is able to out-repair the British player, this could be a shiny new officer and gentleman ready to go. I like that. So, yeah, this could be bad. If you don't quickly reinforce your Royal Engineers and start repairing, here comes an AS-58 Horsa glider. Where's the Horsa? I want to see the Horsa. A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can tell me about the horse, of course. Oh, well, we're going down. We're going down. No, fuck that tree in particular. Good. So yeah, if the British player is not able to reinforce these tanks, I die. In time, oh Jesus, this could be bad. This could be really bad. The British player had everything going for him, but didn't have, 2 Royal Engineers. So this could be a bit better than terrible. The question is, how bold is the KT going to be? Does the KT know this is its chance? Or is it just going to get stopped by the 6-pounder, that it could just drive 6 inches forward and flank? And the answer is yes, it's going to get stopped by the 6-pounder, and now the 6-pounder is repositioning. So that was even a window of opportunity that closed. Poor German can't be omniscient and know that now is the time to strike while the iron is hot and while the welders are hotter. I assume welders get hotter than... They must get hotter than irons. I think that's probably one of the reasons welding is like... I actually don't know. How hot do welds get? Do they get hotter than irons? And how much hotter than irons do they get? Man, these guys, mainstays of the army, 5 veterancy on them. So yeah, so it's hard for the German player to know that this is the time. But look, the fucking Firefly is still... Now it's going to be back up. But oh man, you just hate to see those windows of opportunity shut down like a small child crushed under the wheels of a monster truck at a monster truck rally, where by some freak accident the child has fallen into a monster truck rally place, and all the people in the monster trucks are way too high up to even tell that there's a small child in there, and they can't tell because the audience is all screaming anyways all the time, so the people screaming no, it's just like they just think it's normal screaming, and it's a tragedy. And then they shut down the monster truck thing, and eventually it's replaced with like an aquarium. A lot of people go and see fish. So it's exactly like that, and might even lose a Volksraider squad from out of the equation.
HQ is under attack.
HQ is under attack. Typical enemy. Oh wow, what is this? What is happening? The King Tiger suddenly grew some balls, but they were the wrong kind of balls. Those aren't the balls you wanted. These are not the balls you're looking for, because you drove so deep, so fast. You dug too deep, too greedily, and now you're gonna get circle strafed by a Balrog. Or I suppose it's not a Balrog, it's a comet. But close enough, because this is rest in peace for the King Tiger. One more shot from the, okay, just kidding. One more shot. Okay, there we go. Well, I don't even know what killed it. I don't even know what killed it.
Supply line's been cut.
Maybe it was the Firefly. It does have Vet 2 off 2 kills. It must have been the Firefly. It looked like the Firefly didn't kill it, because it fired a shot and it didn't die. But, it does have a vehicle destroyed, so that must be it. So, German player, I don't know, another King Tiger? What do you think? What do you think? What does it cost?
HQ is under attack.
No, buy a Sturm Tiger. I'm thinking another King Tiger, though. What does this thing cost? Where do you buy them? I thought you buy them here, don't you? I don't know how this video game works. Oh no! Dead. How much does the burn do when the structure is braced? Let's learn. Learning with Tycho. Episode 1. No damage, basically. Bracing seems really effective. That's like a callback to the original Cup of Heroes opposing fronts when the British were effectively invincible. Those were bad times, so of course Relic was like, let's do that again. Did you just enable warp speed? Warp speed? Warp factor 10, Mr. British. Warp factor 10, Mr. Centaur. Whew. Somehow while I wasn't paying attention, the British player lost all their infantry. So, it's still anybody's game. We're 40 minutes in. Strucklin in Twitch chat says, grab the dead comet. It's not crewable, it's just dead. I know it's tough to tell, because it looks like it's decrewed, because there's no damage, but, Relic's like, you know, sometimes in real life, the way a tank would die was all the people inside would die and the tank would cook off and the fire would go up through the top. So let's do that. But it just turns out to be very difficult to read in game what happened, whether it got decrewed or not. So that's a totally understandable mistake on your part. And it was another King Tiger. Classic choice. Now the question is the Firefly going to get fausted by anything, or is the Kettenwerfer plus the Firefly combo going to be able to circle strafe this to death? Oh, what just hit the Firefly? It couldn't have been the Kettenwerfer, but it looked like, Jesus, it's dead. That's... The German player just can't quite get the timing down on this thing. Sends in the KT when you shouldn't send in the KT, doesn't send in the KT when you should send in the KT, and I don't think there's enough resources in the bag for a third KT for a while, so he's going to have to make do with his sweet-ass infantry against the opponent who, having killed all the Royal Engineers, now has no way to get these tanks back into the battle. So if these Shreks just go to town along with, I swear there's still at least one Kettenwerfer. No, there isn't. Somehow the Kettenwerfers have been killed. This is just a mess. There's too much stuff to keep track of. Struckland says, I know it's a replay. No, it's not a replay. We're watching this live, motherfucker. We're spectating. We're spectating, Struckland. Jesus. Get with the time, Miss Struckland. So just the tanks that the German player has to worry about. But what tanks they are, my friends, what tanks they are. They can just drive around and kill things and don't afraid of anything. Checking behind me, there are 2 cats on the bed right now, so it's good to know. Just want to keep an eye on the cats, even though they can't get into any trouble. Because they're cats, you know, they're cats. Struckland says, I see. You do see. Good. Good. We all see now. We're all seers. We're doers. We're seers. We're people like this. These people leaving the base, I thought before they were reinforced, but I guess one of them was close enough to this thing to hop out. And it's still anybody's game. I'm definitely leaning in the British direction here, but the German going all in on the infantry, building another Sturm Pioneer squad. These guys are 12. Or 5 vet. I guess when you vet them up and with the Shreks, they actually become not too bad versus these tanks. Yeah, see, they can hit some people at long range, do some good damage, but I don't know, with 4 men and such a long reinforced time, it's kind of a pain to use them to fight. It's much easier to use the Kettenwerfers, which go around cloaked and stuff. I'm surprised we haven't seen any rebuilt ones. Maybe the plan is to try and steal them, but I think most of them have been blown up. That one's still alive, obviously. That one is not a Kettenwerfer, so we're going to discount that on a technicality. And and here's another one. Wow, why don't the British taking this thing? I'd be jumping all over this like a hog on a ham sandwich if I were the British. I'm clearly not the British, and oh, this is really bad. You don't want to... You have very few tools you can give to the opponent that they can use to massacre your superior armored force, and one of them's a fucking Kettenwerfer. You don't send it off into no man's land. Send it with some tanks. Think about that. Then it's a juicy target, but it turns out, surprise, there's a Centaur waiting right here, and it kills everybody. That would have been an excellent tactical move. Instead, the Centaur comes in time to scare them off, but... now that's just Chekhov's gun waiting there, ready to be stolen. Sturm Tiger Gaddafi says, oops, something's happening. What's going on? I can't read Twitch chat right now. Things are happening. Things are happening, friends. Man, these guys, even while suppressed, are going for it. That Vickers is still alive. Sturm Tiger Gaddafi says, next time you cast a CoH2 game offline, can you please say Struckland supplies, motherfucker? No. I don't know. I don't see what that would accomplish. And then Keating Zero says, yo, Tycho, how's your Christmas? I'm Jewish, I don't even have a Christmas. Firefly, Vet 3, with 3 kills. I guess 2 of those being King Tigers, so I can understand. I don't actually think 2 of them are King Tigers. I think somebody else got the King Tiger kill over here. Actually, no, it was the Firefly, right? When I was circle striking. That or the Kettenwerfer. But it's too late to check that. So, German player probably at this point tearing out hair of these fucking tanks. Honestly, it's your own fault. You threw away 2 of your King Tigers, so you could have better options. And you could also be building 2 Kettenwerfers at this point. You don't have quite enough. It's 540 versus 440 that you have. But you have enough to build 1 Kettenwerfer. You don't need to worry about giving your opponent a Kettenwerfer because it's not like you have any tanks they're going to shoot. So I'm just surprised we haven't seen any Kettens built. Considering they're so good against the centaurs, things like that, because they can cloak and you get surprise shot off and then your opponent's in trouble. And especially because we have the vetted up focus graders to Faust those things. Oh no, you hate to see that. It's a good thing they're not being focus fired. They might get out of there. That was a slight mistake on the British. Probably not realizing he was going to shred that squad so effectively. Didn't realize until it was too late that you want to focus fire that thing. But still inflicted some really good losses on the Germans. They do have plenty of manpower to reinforce that thing, but it does cost time, and time is all it's going to take for the British. Oh, that was an interesting Faust. Can't say I'm seeing what that was trying to accomplish, but time is all it's going to take for the British player to get back onto this map with maybe some infantry or something. We do see this first infantry section out on the field. Is this raid operations is what that icon is? It's not a very understandable icon. But yeah, we have, what are they, interesting, recrew the MG34. Are they going to set up here? Interesting. See, I would have thought they'd take the Raketenwerfer back to base so you don't have to worry about it falling into enemy hands. But I suppose the MG34 accomplishes the same thing because you just set it up to stop the Raketenwerfer from being taken. Also need to see the MG34 not immediately retreated back to base to reinforce, but just to stay out there. So, I don't know, it's an interesting choice to think about. I suspect if I were the British, I would have retreated it, but this turns out to have been a good choice because these folks just showed up. Nice Shrek hits in on this, force them back pretty far, and then, oof, you really want some way to damage those infantry while they're repairing. I would even suggest, even though they have a Shrek, telling the Sturm Pioneers to shoot at those people. What you can do is tell them to shoot at the tank. Immediately when they shoot the Shrek, tell them to shoot the infantry. Then once the Shrek's about to be reloaded, tell them to shoot at the tank. You of course need to know about how fast the reload is on the Shrek, but you know, you can always time it in your head. So that would be ideal because you want to obviously get the Shrek shooting the tanks and then the infantry shooting the infantry because they take so much damage when they're repairing. But it was kind of an academic point. There just weren't enough Sturm Pioneers there to do much of anything. But where's these? Well, we have another. Well, no, it's a Panther. So a Panther is a really good choice here, and frankly, it's been a really good choice since the first King Tiger came out. Could have been a Panther, just because, especially when the first King Tiger came out, the heaviest thing was the Comet, I think, or the Centaur, or maybe the Comet. I think the Comet actually showed up slightly later. Panther whiffs its first shot. That's terrible. That's unforgivable. If you were going to forgive this Panther, I must recommend that you alter your Panther forgiveness priorities. I think the Firefly may have just bounced off the front of the Panther, so the Panther's redeemed itself. I now give you, oh, definitely bounced off the front, so you can now forgive the Panther. I give you permission. And German is just rolling through the opponent. This is actually pretty impressive. The Sturm Pioneers only have 4 guys in the squad, so they can only keep this up for so long. And also, I guess, there's this thing, I think, finally penetrated the Panther. And so now, finally, the Germans pushed away. That was a nice assault. But again, if you don't kill the tanks, nothing happens. Nothing happens. It's just a reset button. You can't afford a reset button right now. I suppose the VPs aren't looking too bad. Both players pretty low, which is good. But it's just, I think the British are gonna, as time goes on, yeah, look, here now we have the Churchill Crocodile. I think time's definitely in the British player's favor here, and the German player, this is really the lesson of this match. It's totally all about the timing. It's definitely a timing thing here. It's the timing for the King Tigers coming out at weird times, and really not coming out at weird times, attacking at weird times. Killed a squad right there, so actually if you can turn this into a VP victory, maybe things will work out. The British player is still really hurting on infantry, and losing squads does not help. We are down to 0 infantry sections, notice. But I'm worried that tank supremacy is gonna... Man, look at that fucking flamethrower. It's like Apollo's piss stream or something. I guess Hephaestus would be more. So finally, we have one of the fucking Raketenwerfer. See, this is what you've needed. You need just 2 of these things, or 3 of these things, just in a little semicircle. And then the Panther drives out and fucks stuff up with some help. And ooh, we've got some shit coming in. Wait, no. Oh, it's, someone must have thrown a thing. Bammo! Wham, bam, blammo! Who threw it, though? Is it, who can do that? I don't know what that was. Someone in Twitch chat tell me what the fuck that off map was. Where did the smoke come from? Oh, there's a Panzer. I bet it's the Panzer commander. Yeah, coordinated barrage, tank commander. Called it. Although, so that was painful. The anti-tank gun getting decrewed twice, and so German player needs to take this back, like ASAP, and only has basically Volksgrenadiers to recruit. You could do it with the Sturms, but that's kind of a pain in the ass because it'll take forever to reinforce. Could do it with the Obersoldaten, but they're expensive. Really is our Kettenwerfer. So many decrewed things, so much blown up shit. Still anybody's game at this point. What was that airplane doing? Very confused. Whoa, look at this. Look at this. I like this. That's a fucking ninja. And I love how it's perfectly synchronized with those guys showing up there. So both players had the good idea, the right idea at the same time. Oh, Panther just gets itself destroyed, driving into all these tanks. And, getting out. But, you really needed not to lose that Sturmbiner squad because they had the Shreks and everything's burning. And that might be it. That just a tiny tip of the hat. The thing is, oh, actually, if you get triple cap VPs, that won't be so bad, but you can't get the middle. But the thing is, with that Sturmpile squad down, remember, that's going to cut down your repair time on the Panther. You have the mechanized regiment headquarters, but I don't know, they're not fast enough, I suppose. This could be bad. This thing, I guess with raid operations you can capture, that's pretty cool. We have an infantry section built, so I think the British have finally pulled ahead on the basis of that good defense right there, which was really just a matter of having a lot of tanks. You just have a lot of tanks and they shoot at the enemy when they show up and the enemy dies. But that's what it takes. And so again, I've said this once before, but it bears saying again. Choosing when to attack is such a crucial thing in this game, and the German player just wasn't able to pick the right times for those King Tigers to go in, because he definitely had the British player on the rocks at least twice, and could have broken way through. And so that's why it's considering this doctrine has been used for like I think literally nothing except the Panzer Commander and once the heat ray shells. That's why it's worth thinking about picking a doctrine with a scouting run or something, because a scouting airplane would have been really great for the Germans. Ooh, these guys could die. Look at all that damage they took just from a couple bullets hitting them while they were building, and then also from dying to Vet 5. Volksgrenadiers, whew, Germans still in this game. What's the Panther thinking about? What's the Panther? Good, look at that. How's the center look? Not good. Not good for the Germans. And this thing is just a beast, and now the other tanks are here. So those tulip rockets. Those tulip rockets, they're so pretty. We're being shot at. Thanks, I really need to know that. These guys going down. So this is the last gasp from good old Jerry. Firefly just doesn't have quite enough to worry about. It's able to sacrifice its life to kill the Panther. It may not even sacrifice its life if this crocodile is able to roast these guys down. And that's what happens. That's what happens. So that's the end of the squad. That's the end of the game. Good game. Really good game. 53 minutes of straight up back and forth action. We had 2 King Tigers come out and go down. You don't see that every day unless you watch a lot of Company Heroes 2, in which case, or maybe you just rewatch the one game where the 2 things happen. So German player has yet to concede, but I think if I were the German player, I would certainly have committed seppuku or whatever. Because look, he's got these guys and he's got these guys and nothing else. And soon he's not even gonna have these guys. Find us a new target. Wow, that's pretty gung ho. Okay, cool. Video game over. Now let's stop recording for YouTube. Thank you everybody for watching. And again, we end the game on a misaligned bullet muzzle flare for one of these guys being badasses. But this is less misaligned than the previous time we ended on one of these, so I'd call this really a victory for human decency.